In 1960, an industrial engineer by the name of Shingo introduced the term Poka-yoke. Poka-yoke is a Japanese term that means mistake proving. It is any mechanism in a lean manufacturing process that helps to avoid mistakes. The initial term was Baka-yoke, meaning foolproofing, but was later changed because of the term's dishonorable and offensive connotation. Poka-yoke means mistake proofing, or more literally, avoiding yokiro, inadvertent errors. The philosophy behind Poka-yoke is that human error is inevitable, but error can be prevented if it is caught early in the process. So why is Poka-yoke so important? Poka-yoke actually is the first step in truly error-proofing a system. Error-proofing is a manufacturing technique of preventing errors by designing the manufacturing process, equipment, and tools so that an operation literally cannot be performed incorrectly. The value of using Poka-yoke is that they help people and processes work right the first time, which makes mistakes impossible to happen. These techniques can significantly improve quality and reliability of products and processes by eliminating defects. The idea is to take over repetitive tasks that rely on memory or vigilance and guard against any lapses in focus. This approach to production fits perfectly the culture of continuous improvement, which is also part of the lean manufacturing arsenal. In lean manufacturing or in the Toyota production system, Poka-yoke is often used in the production process to support the operator to prevent defects from occurring. In the pyramid of TPS, Toyota production system, Poka-yoke is part of the Jidoka, an automation pillar. Jidoka automation or intelligent automation covers the scopes of machines and systems that stop automatically in case of abnormalities or defects. It also applies to operators that have the responsibility to stop their operation in case of an abnormality. In Lean and TPS, muda or waste is one of the primary items that needs to be prevented in a production process. Poka-yoke helps to reduce this waste by preventing errors and rework. Poka-yoke is an inherent component of the lean manufacturing principles, but it's also often applied in Six Sigma projects to reduce variation. Examples of Poka-yoke devices. Poka-yoke can be as simple as a steel pin on a fixture that keeps incorrectly placed parts from fitting properly, or they can be as complex as logic used to automatically detect tool break and immediately stop the machine. Fixtures typically utilize clamps in order to constrain an object by one or more directions of translation or rotation. Poka-yoke may be incorporated in this through preventing the incorrect orientation of a workpiece. This type of error proofing prevents a distracted assembly worker from aligning a near-symmetric workpiece incorrectly. As a result, workflow is smoother as fewer decisions pertaining to handling must be considered by the assembly worker. What are some of the advantages of using Poka-yoke? First, they increase quality and delivery performance to reduce customer and so increase customer satisfaction. Poka-yoke systems are often very cheap. They are one of the most cost-effective, efficient methods to prevent and detect errors in a production process. They are also very effective as they focus on preventing the defect to occur. This results in minimal waste in the production process. Non-value-adding activities are removed, and if prevention is impossible, they assure detection as early as possible to the occurrence of defect. They imply a behavior of immediate response to reduce the need for remedial action or rework. Simplicity is the key in Poka-yoke. Poka-yoke systems must be easy to implement and easy to understand. They implement the first time right principle. First piece quality is assured. Poka-yoke devices leverage teamwork and knowledge of people. By brainstorming on how to prevent defects, people from multiple divisions are forced to work together and so improve employee satisfaction and ownership. They make process sensitive for human mistakes. They make inspection abundant and so reduce inspection related cost. They result in easier setups and decreased setup times and so result in increased capacity and flexibility. They increase safety for operator as errors are prevented. Putting it all to work. Mistake proofing can utilize either a table or a flowchart, depending on the scope of the process and objective of the analysis. A flowchart is recommended if the objective is to identify the frequency of human intervention and when and where in a specific process can an error happen. This is effective because it creates possible scenarios of every step. Tables, on the other hand, are used to determine effects of an error and how it can be resolved. It indicates a specific action for every error level. Summing it all up, the goal of Poka is to have zero defects and to prevent making any defective products. The concept is generally utilized in the manufacturing industry, but it also applies to offices, hospitals, and other businesses that are vulnerable to making mistakes. Poka can be utilized in any type of business. It can be implemented with a variety of simple instruments like warning devices, notifications, fixtures, and so on. They serve as preventive measures to prevent people and machines from conducting mistakes. These devices should be easy to install, provide instant prevention and feedback, and should be able to function independently and used by anyone. A Poka presentation would reveal that, unlike conventional inspection techniques, the practice does not cause any delay in the manufacturing process. Since it falls under the lean manufacturing methodology, little time is needed to ensure each product is free from defects. Given its time-saving capability, it causes a business to be more productive. Engaging employees in Poka presentations and applying the concept in their tasks encourages them to consistently solve problems and make quality products. It also enforces employees to be effective workers, preventing errors and getting zero defects. But what does this mean for a business? The need or the rate for reworking and repairing a product is drastically reduced. Having faulty products represents waste and error that could easily be avoided. The objective of this is to constantly satisfy the customer at a minimum cost with no waste.